everybody. Welcome to this week's Whiskey at Work with Rob and Kelsey and me, Mark, and we're still hanging out in Canada. We can't get out of the low end of Canada for some odd reason. When do we get it?
I wore my nice Canadian tuxedo for this,
I'm
and
so
yet
mad.
here we are with the plastic bottle.
Wait a minute. Is this the nicest of the Canadian tuxedos we're going to get?
Certainly
or
up
is there? There's nothing quite higher. Rob, you kind of played into this too a little bit, didn't you?
I've been trying to not look like a radio slob around here and dressing up a little bit. And
I don't know
then
what
I
that's
remembered
supposed
this
to mean.
morning that I was supposed to wear denim on denim, and this was as close as I could get.
I think you look great, Rob.
I think you do too.
And just think,
Not terribly impressed with what you've
I
thrown together.
forgot.
if you would have gone back into your closet, you could have avoided a nasty mistake this
You
morning.
know, maybe if somebody else would send out emails other than just me
was
about
your
this
idea.
video series, you know, if Kelsey this morning could have said, "Hey, fellas, remember we're doing Canadian tuxedos."
I'm sorry, am I your mother? It's my job to remind you what to wear here. I'm not wardrobe.
well,
Get your own assistants.
Obviously, it's your job to
it
do
was
that.
your idea last week.
Right. So
No, not
Do you know what I
her.
figured
You.
out,
I'm
though?
looking at
Wasn't me?
you.
What?
Yes, it was your idea. I did it, and then
Anyway.
you were like, this will be great. We'll all do
yeah.
it. I figured out that I can do this with almost any material. Like, I went through my closet. You guys want to do corduroy on corduroy? I can do it. You want to do denim on denim for like 3 weeks? I can do it.
Oh,
You
we
wanna
can
do
make this-
velvet on velvet? I can do it.
We can make this
Satin on
noise.
satin?
Corduroy.
Got it. Like, I can, there's,
I don't know what that
There's
says
no
about
limit.
My
you.
thighs would start on
says
fire.
I
if
spend
we
a
were
lot
doing
of time in
corduroy,
thrift
corduroy
stores.
on corduroy.
Well, that's awesome. All right. Anyway, aside from the whole what Canadians supposedly wear, which I really highly doubt is this.
it's exactly
I don't know. You
Right-
kind of look like a
right
lumberjack.
here.
I bet a few more than a few of them are dressed up in plaid up there right
Yeah,
now.
that's probably true. This is the second in what will be a 4-part series of Canadian whiskeys that we started drinking.
This
Sorry.
is the third
And I guess we
installment.
can be
I don't
done
like it.
because Kelsey doesn't like this one at all. We'll wrap it up. That was the first taste right here on the camera. Huh? Wow. All right, very
really
good.
try to taste them beforehand, but sometimes I forget.
Well, I don't know where to go with
I
this
guess
now.
that, I mean, we
I
could
don't
just be
know.
done, right?
Yeah, I don't know how
I
to
know where
build up to
Kelsey's
this.
going to rank this one in the hierarchy.
Well, last week we did the Lord Calvert, which everybody is familiar with, and we have determined that should only be mixed with literally anything because it's not great to just drink alone.
It's not great, but it gets worse if you mix it with stuff, so suck it up.
Yeah, and maybe just
That's my
avoid it
opinion.
altogether. But you, Rob, when we
This
were
is
talking
the
about
third
this,
installment already, and I think we have 2 more to go.
okay, that could be. But you bought this one along when you purchased the
when
Lord
I
Calvert,
bought
right?
the Lord, yeah.
So what? Do you know why you grabbed this one? Just because it said Canada on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda. It was on the bottom, and
And it wasn't Lord Calvert?
And I couldn't decide between the two, and then I thought, hell, it's Dean's money, so I'll buy them both, and they were only like $9 a piece. So.
Well, this was hard to find any information on.
Well, by Kelsey's reaction, why would they want to spend any money marketing it if it?
It tastes like bad tap water.
Oh, really? That's what you're getting.
I'm not interested.
I don't get that at all. This is
It doesn't burn at all, though.
Oh no, very smooth.
I can't believe how smooth it is.
Has zero. It's
Flavor.
light years ahead of Lord Calvert, obviously.
That's
But
a
it
low
is.
bar.
It's. I don't know where this is from, really. I don't know who. I mean, I kind of know who makes
Well,
it.
let's
Well, it
tell you
says
here, we
well, no,
can-
now look on the back. Okay, that says. Where does it say it's from?
This says.
And I'll tell you what happened. Okay.
Okay. This is imported and bottled by Prestige Beverage
Prestige
Group.
Beverage. So I went
Princeton,
to Prestige Beverage.
Minnesota.
Their website said,
USA.
"Hey, a new website is coming soon." That's had to have been sitting there for years. So I find out that they were bought by somebody else. I went to that website, tried to find all of the stuff that they carry or whatever. This was nowhere on
I
it
got a menu
anywhere.
of all the products that they have,
And that was
this
not on
was
it at all. I did come across, there must be an 8-year reserve of this, which is pretty popular. Because that popped up in a lot of reviews of other people that were doing this. But I couldn't find this 3-year Bison Ridge anywhere online of any substance that wasn't people already reviewing it.
What did
So-
the people have to say?
Well, 2 out of 3, what most people kind of like what we did
Okay.
here. It was very
Hey,
similar.
it holds.
A lot of people were giving it genuinely positive reviews. Except
She's the one.
Yeah,
Don't piss her off on Yelp.
Do you remember what you paid for this, Rob? Along
Like
with
I
the Lord?
said, I think both of them were in the $8, $9, $10.
Oh, even under $10.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Piece or
Okay.
together?
Must have been a
No,
piece.
each.
But boy, yeah, just first couple of sips of this is, I don't have any problem throwing this back this afternoon.
It does.
Are you sure?
Are you
Looks
sure?
like you have a couple problems.
I hate you.
When you guys are ready for drowning practice, grab a bottle of Bison Ridge.
Yeah, I hate you so much.
I mean, yeah, if I was going to drown my sorrows, if I was really sad or something, and this was the only available.
And broke.
Yeah, if I was really sad and really broke, more so than I already am, I would.
Not grab that.
I would still not grab it.
Okay, so
Called
let's
the Black to Velvet.
let's
actually.
compare that, because we even though we're doing this kind of a string of Canadian whiskeys here, this still kind of goes with our past theme of the bottom shelf whiskeys that we were doing.
Yeah, Velvet Calvert. This.
Yeah, Lord Calvert, Black Velvet, this. So Black
Velvet's the
Velvet
winner.
is still the one that's reigning over all of these other.
Yes.
Certainly in her mind.
Wow.
I stand by it.
Never thought I'd
This
say
one's-
that.
This one is not as bad as the last one, but it tastes like bad tap water.
It does have a bit of a
You guys ever gone to a new
After-
city and like had
aftertaste.
some water and been like, ooh, I don't think I should drink that.
like Newell water.
Well, see, I think
precisely.
I think
Lead
it's,
water.
I initially thought it smelled like bad breath.
That's kind
That's bad tap water.
Exactly.
Wait till you
Yeah.
get a little on the comeback. And
No.
But then when you taste it, it doesn't have any of that smell in it at all. Well, this was weird. This whole day was weird with this. Not
How
finding
long
any
have you been
information.
drinking this?
Well,
Oh.
no, just, you
You're
know,
like, that's been weird since this morning when I cracked this bottle open.
well, I wanted to find out some. And there's nothing interesting to talk about. It's if you see it on a shelf and
it's Canadian, eh?
yeah,
Try
and
it for $10.
They don't put the E in Canadian whiskey. That's about the only interesting thing I could come up with.
That makes
Get it or
sense.
don't. It doesn't matter. Follow our socials, though.
They're not paying us.
I'm just wrapping this bad
Kelsey's
boy
ready
up.
to
We're
just
done
be
here.
done with this thing, I get
We're
it.
not saying anything.
Apparently, we got to go to my office and try something good.
Yeah,
I'm going to the bar.
This will be a much shorter episode than we had originally intended. But again, next week we will go not to the Wisers yet.
No, we got.
We have one in between.
Legacy. Is that what you got?
Legacy, another Canadian whiskey called Legacy, which is a little, well, I would say a drastic step up from where these sit on the shelf, right?
I would hope so.
I don't know.
Not
You-
sure how we could
didn't
get
you
any
bring
further
them?
down.
I didn't bring the Legacy. I got the Wiser,
Did I
but
buy the Legacy?
I don't remember.
don't
We
remember
really,
buying
if we could, whoever finances this whole little show we do, could actually maybe give us, tell us how much money we can spend, or let's consolidate
I'm
all
on
of it.
that.
Never asked that question.
I know how much money we can spend.
All right, Bison Ridge, Canadian whiskey. You can find it locally here. I'm assuming if it's bottom shelf next to Lord Calvert and Black Velvet, you'll be able to find it just about anywhere. But it's not the worst.
It's not the best.
So there you go.
Rave reviews from the Whiskey at Work crew.
Where can people find this bland review of this, Kelsey?
You can find us at Whiskey at Work, Whiskey without the E on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Okay. Whiskey at Work, Whiskey with the E on Facebook, and you can find us on YouTube and also whiskey-at-work.
No, what did we decide with our website?
We got Whiskey at Work without the E.
Oh, that's right. We're
On the
whiskey
website.
at work without the E.com.
Well, I mean, at that point,
We-
shouldn't everything be without the E? I mean, our logo should not have the E.
But all the good whiskey has an E in
Aren't
it.
you in charge of branding?
Most of whiskey has the E in it.
Except
So
for
that's why
everything
the
that we
good
were able
whiskey-
to buy, which doesn't.
Well,
To
Jeff
the
in
party.
Texas for not letting us have that.
Jeff in
Jeff
Texas.
in
you
Texas.
son of a
All right. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week.
That's how we